tomorrow release their final report into the shooting down of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 over war-torn Ukraine, but the burning question of who was to blame will remain unresolved. The Dutch Safety Board, OBB, leading a team of international investigators since the Boeing 777 went down last year, will release the report at 11:15 GMT at the Gilsrijen Air Force Base in southern Netherlands. All 298 people on board, most of them Dutch, including the 15 crew members, died when the routine flight between Amsterdam and Kuala Lumpur was brought down, possibly by a missile, during heavy fighting between Ukrainian forces and pro-Russian separatists. Tuesday's report, 15 months after the July 17, 2014 crash, will focus on 4 subjects, the Dutch board said in a statement. The cause of the crash, the issue of flying over conflict areas, the question why Dutch. Relatives of victims had to wait 2 to 4 days before receiving confirmation from the Dutch authorities that their loved ones were on board, and lastly, the question as to what extent the occupants of flight MH17 were conscious of the crash. But as the board has pointed out many times, it will not assign blame nor say who pulled the trigger. It is the purpose of the criminal investigation to answer those questions, it said. Blame game. Kiev and the West, however, have pointed the finger at the separatists, charging they may have used a Buk surface-to-air missile supplied by Russia to blow the plane from the sky. The Russian maker of the Buk missile said it too will hold a press conference in Moscow on Tuesday to explain the real reasons for the disaster after holding an experiment that entailed detonating a missile next to a plane. Fragments of a Russian-made Buk were found at the crash site earlier this year. But Moscow denies involvement.